Okay, so do you want to know what industry is booming right now? It is the alcohol industry. Yes, they are doing very well in terms of sales. So I recently read an article from the New York Post, and it says that Americans are drinking a crazy amount of alcohol during this COVID-19 crisis. And it reported some Nielsen data that it had that alcohol sales are up 55%. And that was as of March 21st. So I can only imagine by April 8th what those numbers look like. In addition to that, like our hard liquor sales, that's like your tequila, your vodkas, your gins, etc. Those have gone up 75%. And get this, online alcohol sales have gone up a whopping 243%. So what are you guys doing out there? I think I know the answer. So the question is, I want you to think about is this. Am I using this time productively? Are there things that I could be doing that I'm not doing to help me move the needle in my professional goals? So that's what I want us to cover today is actions that you can take to move productively during this time of crisis. So, and side note, let's not even talk about Netflix, all right? So how much Netflix are you watching? So I recently saw a meme and it was like, I have completed Netflix. I've done everything that I can do. But the question is, let's talk about using time productively. So yesterday I did a workshop on goal review, reset, and action planning. So we're working with clients to look at their goals that they had for the year and then thinking what actions can you take given this obstacle of COVID-19. What actions can you take to readjust and then still take action to move forward? So I will be posting that video for you to register for that class online and take it at your leisure because it was really good. But right now, thinking of what can you do in the midst of this crisis and how can you use your time productively? So let's break this out, right, into two separate goals. So the first category, or two separate categories. So the first category being professional goals. What can you do right now in 30 days to move the needle in your professional goals? So what could that look like for you? Is it updating your resume, doing your LinkedIn profile, getting a mentor, working with a mentor, and even doing online mentoring sessions? What actions can you take to say, I'm going to do something to help me move the needle in my profession, including online classes. There are classes that you can take. I think some Ivy League schools have opportunities for you to take online classes free of charge. So what professional development activities can you do in the next 30 days? And I want you to think longer term, because if I give you longer term, you're going to wait till December. I'm going to give you a 30-day sprint to see professional actions that you can do. Next, so that's the professional side. Next, I want to look at the personal side. What are some things you can do personally that are going to help you enrich from a personal perspective? So what can that look like in 30 days? Increasing your quiet time, increasing your prayer time. That could be something you can look at. Cleaning out your closet, going through mail. I mean, those are all things that you can put down as a goal in the next 30 days to do. Because I don't want to take away that we are in the midst of a crisis and a lot of things are going on that are out of your control. And a lot of things are happening in terms of the news that you're getting daily, and to say the least, but it's draining your energy. It is draining your this positive thinking, and you're being filled with negativity and negative messaging. I want you to be aware, yes. I want you to be informed, yes. But I don't want you to be consumed where you no longer think productively. So, binging on Netflix or, drinking large amounts of alcohol or doing other vices is distracting you from what's happening. So I want you to look at it, instead of pouring into this negative, unproductive space, what can you do to pour positive in your future? What one thing can you do today that is going to help you in the long term? When you start to focus on the positive, when you start to focus on things that are in your control, when you start to focus on your future, you're putting more positive energy in your spirit, which is going to uplift you to then take action. And I will say, preacher, choir, I was there. I mean, I have been in a place when everything first started and I was consumed and reading and being consumed by it and I wasn't moving. And I said, Michelle, you have a choice at this time. You can either be consumed to inaction, or you can be informed, but then what can you take action on? Taking more control of your future. Once I shifted that mindset, it shifted how I was able to then start to get things done. So that's your goal. You got some goals. So I'm giving you 30 days, 30-day sprints. What can you do from a professional side, professional development, and then also from a personal side, personal enrichment? Write that down and then track it. So I'm not knocking you for having a cocktail or whatever, but are you being consumed where you're no longer productive? Okay. So Michelle Glover, thank you for tuning in to this edition of our Coffee and Careers Conversation.